Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's GTA Online update video, of course, it is Tuesday, which means tomorrow is Wednesday, and that's when Rockstar likes to preview the upcoming GTA Online event week. News and information details a little bit early, about 12 hours or so before the update comes out at about 4 a.m. Central Standard Time, US. Thursday morning. Convert that to your local time zone to get the actual time the update goes out. But on Tuesdays, I like to give you guys a refresher, a review video, and a reminder of the past week in GTA, all the opportunities that are going away, because of course, while the money bonuses or you know, maybe even some of the discounts haven't been incredible, there are some good opportunities for discounted vehicles you want to make sure you take advantage of. Some money bonuses you may want to look into just to get a little bit of extra money in RP this week if you have not already, plus some rare and removed vehicles, one of which you guys can see behind me right now. We're going to talk about this vehicle, how you can unlock it, the performance, customization, the cost, all of that. We're going to review it, if it's actually worth buying. This one, along with many other rare and removed vehicles this week, because we have some good opportunities on OG removed vehicles that, you know, of course, were added day one with GTA Online. They stayed in the game until the San Andreas Mercenaries update, and then Rockstar removed them, and they haven't really been featured back on in-game websites since, and they're honestly even rare to come back to the LS Car Meet and Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport Car Dealership, things like that. There's very seldom opportunities to pick up cars like this. We're going to jump into all of that today. Some of the free rewards we have for this week are some of the Carnival unlocks. Just by logging into the game, you can get the t-shirt, or you can get just the Carnival shirt, you can get the shorts, and for female characters, you can also get some clothing as well. And when it comes to money bonuses here in this game, the G's caches are paying double money and double RP for the remainder of this weekly event, so you can make between $30,000 and $40,000 for collecting these, and you get free ammo and snack refills when you collect them. Basically, you come to this location on the map, and the package that you need to collect spawns in a, you know, like say 1 to 5 different areas. Is different for every player. It's different depending on the location and depending on the day. The weekly challenge for this week, where you can make 100 grand as well, if you collect 3 of these, again, once a day, you can do it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, of course, before the new weekly event goes live, and continue onward from there. But the weekly challenge for this week will give you $100,000 if you collect 3 of these. We also have triple money and triple RP on some of the Ron and Trevor contact missions here in this game. So just find the different ones that are triple money and triple RP. You'll make a crazy good amount of money just for 5 minutes spent on some of these missions. You can actually make your own playlist if you want. That's what I did. So if I go down here to playlists, my playlist, I played a few of them, and these are some of the ones that I was farming this week on repeat. We have Diamonds Over Trevor, Lost My Mind, Chopper Tail, Turbine Carbine. Now that being said, triple money and triple RP on the Trevor and Ron contact missions. But say if you don't have any sort of business in a game or in the game, and you want to do an adversary mode to make some extra money and RP this week, Motor Wars returns for the remainder of this weekly event. It's been that case since last week, but you're making triple money and triple RP on the Motor Wars adversary mode as well, which is basically like Rockstar's very own version of like sort of like a mobile vehicle-based battle royale in GTA that released several years ago, and they removed it a couple months ago, and now it's back into the game for the remainder of this weekly event. Jumping into the discounts, we'll start off with the major property discount for the week first. It is 30% off all hangar properties, upgrades, and modifications in the game, which is pretty sweet. You definitely want to pick yourself up a hangar, customize it. You can either get the Fort Zancudo ones, which I recommend so you get access to it and clearance access, or if you just want to be closer to the city for the land sourcing missions and stuff like that, and just easier access to all your aircraft, you can get them at LSIA. I still prefer Fort Zancudo. If I need to travel far, I'll just switch lobbies and spawn in the hangar. That being said, we don't have a bonus to accompany the hangar, obviously, which is pretty sad right there, but you can get some good hangars here, so definitely pick those up this week, 30% off. We haven't seen hangar bonuses since September of 2023, I'm pretty sure. We are owed a hangar double money week. On Warstock Cash and Carry, you can get the Dubachi JB700W on sale, 30% off for $1,029,000. The HVY Menacer is on Warstock on sale for 30% off for $1,242,500. Western Company Cargo Bob on sale for 30% off, $1,253,000. All of these are 30% off, by the way, so I'll stop mentioning that. The HVY Insurgent you can get for $628,425 or $472.5K with the trade price. On Southern San Andreas Super Autos, you can get the Bravado Hot Ring Hellfire on discount for $1,267,000. The Karen Previan is also on sale for $1,043,000 or $782.25 with the trade price. The Nagasaki Outlaw is on sale for $887,600 or $665K with the trade price. And then on Legendary Motorsport, a beautiful vehicle. I mean, these are classics, right? I love the T20, but it's not on sale. The Pagasi Osiris on sale for $1,365,000. This is definitely a must purchase this week in GTA. When it comes to our rare and removed vehicles featured at the LS Car Meet this week, let's start off with this one on the right. This is the Emperor ETR1, and it's a pretty sweet supercar here in this game. you get pretty good acceleration, you get good enough traction, and excellent cornering capabilities. Top speed is 121 miles an hour, so it's acceptable. Large spoiler, that's going to enhance your downforce. This lady is just eating it right now. And it's based off that Lexus LF LC Vision Gran Turismo. I think you get high performance and a really cool visual appeal. Of course, it's not going to suit everyone's taste. The front doesn't look the best, but the rear looks nice, and of course, you're always looking behind at cars while you're driving in this game. I think that's what matters most. So this car, if you do want to pick it up, it is going to run you $1,995,000, which is a lot. I wouldn't say you get $2 million worth of value out of this car, but I think it's worth at least $1 million. Next up, we have the Lamborghini Fiora GT. This is an OG vehicle. You get a good top speed in the sports category. This was one of the faster cars or faster OG vehicles in the game when it released. And of course, acceleration is just moderate. You're going to actually have a challenging time driving around the corners with this thing because it doesn't really have the best steering. And it's also unstable at high speeds if you're trying to take corners really sharply. It also has limited damage resilience, even with armor, and poor braking, so it's not like that great of a vehicle. It's a lot of money, too, for what you get, $448,000. When it came to OG cars and you would buying them, you know, when this game released in GTA, a lot of players like this, but they would actually overlook it for, like, the cheetah. What is going on? What? She's got the restless, jiggly legs. What is going on with the NPCs today? The Entity and the cheetah are definitely better than this. I wouldn't bother grabbing this. Same with the Coil Brawler. Obviously, inspired by that Local Motors Rally Fighter. It's one of the fastest off-road cars in GTA Online, believe it or not, but don't buy it because it has poor handling, poor braking, basically no customization options. You could just change the license plate and the color, essentially, and it's just not a desirable choice for performance enthusiasts or even off-roaders in this game. That being said, if you do want to buy it, $715,000, but I can tell you, you'll be wasting your money. Now here at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport and Car Dealership, here is where we have the more interesting and I would say arguably better picks for the week. Let's hope that none of these NPCs died like they did on Thursday when we reviewed them for my weekly update guide. So jumping in, we do have the Vapid Bullet here featured on the left. You get a nice blended balance of sports and supercar traits with this vehicle. This car pulls. It accelerates really hard. Handles well. It does lack in the top speed department, but the performance I think makes it worth picking up because it's a collector's item and it's a really cheap collector's item at that. You can get it for only $155,000 and it's very rare post San Andreas Mercenaries update because Rockstar doesn't feature it back into the game very often. I forget the last time we saw it, but it's been a long while. Next, we have the Albany Hermes. Very stable car. It's actually got a competitive top speed among muscle cars in the game. Air ride suspension, bulky, robust design. It's not very maneuverable, and surprisingly, it looks very streamlined and low to the ground and sleek, but it's actually kind of top heavy, and you'll end up flipping a lot with this thing, interestingly enough. I don't really think it's worth buying, but it's rare and removed. Collector's item, $396,160 cost here at the car dealership. Next, the Weenie Dynasty, just a bad car. Lackluster in acceleration and top speed. You're going to compensate for that with decent handling and effective braking, but like, this thing doesn't have that high of a top speed anyway, so like, you know, if it handled poorly, then it would be really bad. It actually can soak up bumpy roads like off-road really well, but again, it's not an off-roader. Don't take it off-road. If you do want to get it, $338,939. Next up, another top favorite. I would say get the ETR1, the Bullet, and this car right here this week. This is the Invitero Coquette, one of the fastest OG cars in a straight line in the game. High torque engine. You get a little bit of oversteer and difficulty in corner control if you push it to the absolute max, and then I feel like if you don't, it has a little bit of understeer in a sense. It just doesn't have a sharp turning radius. It's not like super, super agile, but it is very fun to drive. Good handling overall, I would say. And again, you just got to get it. Great collector's item. C8 Corvette. Or no, sorry, this isn't the C8. This is the C7. Excuse me. And yeah, if you do want to get it, $138,000. Next up, the Hot Rod Blazer. I was making fun of this thing before because it looks like a McDonald's Happy Meal toy. Look at the price tag, $69,000. That being said, it's better than the normal standard Blazer. It's got faster acceleration and a higher top speed, better off-road capabilities and more precise steering, but it's got really sensitive handling and lower stability because you're sitting higher up on it. You're gonna flip a lot. Rough impacts are gonna cause you to dismount as well. You're gonna go flying off this like you'd go flying off a horse in Red Dead. I wouldn't necessarily say it's worth buying if you want a quad, but if you want something fun and cheap, for $69,000. Again, this could be a good option for you. When it comes to our 3 salvage yard cars for the rest of this weekly event, these are of course available until basically the end of the day, February 26th, or early in the morning, February 27th, if you're based in the US. We do have the Pegasian Furnace Classic, which is this week's top range vehicle featured in the Gangbanger robbery, the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire, which is going to be a mid-range vehicle for this week, featured in the cargo ship robbery. And then we also have the Obey Tailgater S, a second mid-range vehicle for this week, featured in the McToney robbery. We don't have any standard range. We have 2 mid-range and then a top range. At the Diamond Casino and Resort, your Lucky Wheel podium vehicle for the remainder of this weekly event is the Albany Cavalcade XL. Now, you do get, you know, a decent SUV setup here. Obviously, it's full size. It's going to behave accordingly. It's large. It's heavy. It's got noticeable body roll if you bomb a corner, but you're not going to like flip out or anything. The suspension is soft. It's pretty agile both at low and high speeds, which is nice to see, but it's probably not better than like the Anus Jubilee or any like top 5 SUV in the game. Top speed is only 112 miles an hour. It's got a lot of mass, but the interesting thing is if you try and ram vehicles out of the way, it actually slows down a lot. So even though it looks like it would have a lot of mass to continue its momentum after crashing, you do actually come to a stop. That being said, it's still decent, and of course, if you could win it for $0 by getting lucky with the Lucky Wheel, that's exactly what we're going to try and do today. So let's spin this wheel up and see if we can get lucky with that Albany Cavalcade XL, ladies and gentlemen. I fear we're going to spin right past it, but can we get 15k chips? Looks like that. Sweet, I'll take it. Now here, when it comes to the LS car meet, the prize ride this week is the same as the discounted vehicle. It's that Nagasaki Outlaw, and in order to unlock this vehicle, you need to place top 5 in LS car meet series races for 3 days in a row to be rewarded with this car. Or this, you know, buggy. Obviously, it's great in all sorts of off-road scenarios. It's amazing for rock crawling because of that suspension you get. You can see it's very agile off-road. The top speed is going to suffer because this only has 3 gears, or I guess if you go with max transmission upgrades, you get a 4th gear, which is nice. So it's not going to really be viable for races, you know, against faster off-road vehicles like, say, the Draugr, for example. And honestly, the Draugr is just a better off-roader in general. But if you want a nice buggy, this is definitely going to be it. It's based off that Can-Am Maverick X3 Turbo, but it also kind of reminds me of that Yamaha YXZ 1000R buggy. So it's pretty cool. And, you know, you still can finish it this week if you want, if you get the prize ride challenges done today for Tuesday, Wednesday, and early Thursday morning before the tunables change. So when it comes to the gun van selection and stock, as you can see, we have the railgun here. Now, by the way, this railgun is discounted. You can get it 30% off. This applies to all players. This is a must-have purchase. You have to buy this week. Precision rifle, that doesn't come with a scope. You don't need that. We have the tactical SMG, another must-have purchase, compact grenade launcher, vintage pistol, and the battle axe. Like I said, the railgun's 30% off for all players. The precision rifle is going to be 30% off for GTA Plus members, and then also if you're on PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X and S, the L. Strickler military rifle should be on this list, and that one is purchasable, but if you have GTA Plus, it'll cost you $0. We are going to wrap things up right here, though, so thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Make sure to check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at HazardousHDTV. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. Feel free to ask me any questions on those platforms, specifically with twitch.tv/HazardousHDTV. That is where I live stream GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and other games very, very consistently here on the channel. I'm kind of getting into the schedule of streams on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and Saturdays, with Sundays and Mondays off. So probably by the time you guys are watching this video on Tuesday, I will be live over on Twitch if you want to tune in and hang out while we grind some money in GTA Online throughout the end of the event week. So again, have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow with the new GTA Online update video. Make sure to tune into that because we're going to have all the news, information, and details on Rockstar's upcoming event week with the double money bunker. And of course, if you have GTA Plus, you're going to have quadruple money with the bunker sales. So you can make up to $6.3 million. That's going to be insane. I'll see you guys tomorrow for that video. Have a fantastic day. Adios, amigos.